cancer incidence is significantly increasing among millennials and Gen X, notes the Harvard Gazette. The Donald J. Trump administration is making matters worse for our kids and our own health. Here are 10 of the worst attacks that his administration has launched against our environment and our health. Number 10, withdrawal from the Paris Agreement. For the second time on January 25, President Trump directed the U.S. to withdraw from the International Paris Agreement on Climate Change, sidelining U.S. climate leadership globally. The New York Times observes, by withdrawing, the United States will join Iran, Libya, and Yemen as the only 4 countries not party to the agreement. Number 9, dismantling federal climate science. The administration has drastically cut funding for climate research programs, dismissed hundreds of scientists, and removed climate change information from federal websites, effectively dismantling efforts to track and prepare for climate impacts. It is a journey into darkness. On October 2, 25, AP reported the Trump administration is canceling $7.6 billion in grants that supported hundreds of clean energy projects in 16 states, all of which voted for Democrat Kamala Harris in last year's presidential election. Number 8, halting renewable energy projects. The administration has actively blocked new wind and solar developments and phased out related tax credits, redirecting support toward fossil fuels. CNN reports that the Trump administration's cancellation of the largest solar project in the United States has sparked confusion and concern among Republicans and Democrats alike. Known as the Esmeralda 7, the collection of 7 solar projects in rural Nevada was set to generate up to 6.2 gigawatts of energy when complete, enough to power 2 million homes. That's an eye-popping amount of power to add to an electrical grid that desperately needs more of it due to the insatiable demand from AI-related data centers and increasing residential needs. Number 7, deregulation of air and water protections. The Environmental Protection Agency has undertaken the biggest deregulatory action in U.S. history by rolling back rules related to mercury emissions, coal ash disposal, and water quality protections under the Clean Water Act. In 25, the Trump administration rolled back parts of the Biden-era PFAS drinking water rule by rescinding limits for 4 specific PFAS chemicals, Gen X, PFHXS, PFNA, PFBS, and extending compliance deadlines for PFOA and PFOS from 29 to 2031, citing cost and feasibility challenges for water systems. Number 6, opening public lands to drilling and mining. The administration has prioritized oil, gas, and mineral development by once again advocating to reduce the size and protection status of national monuments like Bears Ears and Grand Staircase Escalante, and by encouraging drilling in sensitive areas such as the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge. PBS reported on October 23, 2025, that the Trump administration on Thursday finalized plans to open the coastal plain of Alaska's Arctic National Wildlife Refuge to potential oil and gas drilling, renewing a long-simmering debate over whether to drill in one of the nation's environmental jewels. 5, gutting the National Environmental Policy Act. Regulations were reinstated that significantly limit public input and ignore climate impacts and fast-tracking new fossil fuel in infrastructure projects. The Trump administration gutted the NEPA primarily by issuing new rules to speed up project approvals, eliminating requirements to consider climate change and environmental justice. 4, freezing clean energy funds. The administration unlawfully froze the $27 billion Greenhouse Reduction Fund, which was intended to finance clean energy projects in disadvantaged communities. 3, weakening the Endangered Species Act. Protections have been stripped for iconic species like the grizzly bear and gray wolf, while overall regulations have been changed to hamstring the act's effectiveness. 2, eliminating consumer choice in cars. The EPA and Department of Transportation have rescinded stringent Obama-era fuel economy standards and California's authority to set stricter vehicle emission rules. This is leading to increased pollution. And number 1, attacking environmental justice initiatives. The administration has sought to eliminate federal offices and grants dedicated to environmental justice, which address how pollution disproportionately affects communities of color and empowers them to make change. We do need change. We need to make sure that our kids are healthy. We all need to be activists. On a personal level, your shopping choices matter. They really do matter. So move your health and the market in the right direction. I wrote my new book, Raising Healthy Kids, Protecting Your Children from Hidden Chemical Toxins to protect you and your family. It's available at Amazon.com. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel at David Steinman